Sick on the road? A Vanlifer's Guide to UK Health and Wellness. Hi there world, and welcome back to Only Van's Guru. So, you're living the dream, the freedom of the open road, waking up to incredible UK views. But what happens when you wake up feeling, well, rubbish? Or what if something more serious happens? This past couple of weeks, I've been laid up with just incredible back pain, part of a condition that I've had for the last 6 years. This is how I cope, my tips, my ideas for staying on the road. Today, we're going to demystify UK van life, health and wellness. We'll turn that panic into a plan so you can stay safe, healthy and confident on your travels. Stick around because this is the essential guide you can't afford to miss. First things first, prevention and prep, they are absolutely key. Being your own first responder for minor issues is a massive part of van life safety. So let's build the ultimate van life first aid kit. This isn't just about plasters and paracetamol. For your day-to-day bumps and scrapes, you'll obviously want the basics, like plasters in all shapes and sizes and good quality blister plasters, an absolute must for us walkers, antiseptic wipes and a good antiseptic cream, sterile dressings, gauze and medical tape, painkillers, paracetamol and ibuprofen, and for the likes of me, Voltarol, antihistamines if you don't like the insect bites, and of course tweezers, scissors, and maybe one of those tick removers. But for a proper motorhome medical kit, we need to go a bit further. Burn gels or dressings, really important in a small kitchen space. Eye wash, because you never know when you're going to get grit or dust in your eyes on a windy beach. A digital thermometer to know if you're seriously big time sick. And maybe rehydration sachets in case you get those stomach bugs. And a foil survival blanket, just in case, middle of winter, the heating goes down. Okay, so you got your first aid kit sorted. But what about when a plaster just won't cut it? The biggest myth about UK van life is that you can't get medical help without a permanent address. And that really just isn't true. Your first port of call for non-emergencies is a pharmacy. Pharmacies are highly trained and can give you the advice and over-the-counter treatments for a huge range of minor illnesses. But what if you need a doctor? Well, this is what you need to know about NHS for travellers. You can register as a temporary patient. If you're staying in an area for a little while, you can register with a local GP as a temporary resident. You can do this for up to 3 months. You do not need proof of a permanent address. You can use a temporary one or even the address of the GP surgery itself, so don't be afraid to explain your situation. NHS walk-in centres and urgent treatment centres. These are brilliant. They're your best friends on the road. You don't need an appointment. You can just turn up for urgent, non-life-threatening illnesses and injuries. Simply search online for NHS walk-in centres near me and find your closest one. And I know they get berated, but NHS 111, they're a vital service. And I've used them at the back end of it. As a paramedic, I've seen how brilliant they can be, and I really do recommend them for your needs when you're out there full-time van life living. And obviously, for the genuine life-threatening emergencies, it's always 999. Your van may be your home, but your health comes first, so don't hesitate. And what I do, every time I'm at a park-up, I always check my what 3-word location details. I'll send this to a friend. The ambulance service, the police and the fire brigade all use what 3 words, so if you're in the middle of nowhere, have that to hand. It can be an absolute lifesaver. And then minding your mental health on the road. Van life health and wellness isn't just about the physical. Looking after your mental health is incredibly important, especially when you're living a lifestyle that can sometimes feel isolating. Yeah, the freedom is amazing, But bad days happen. You can be surrounded by beauty and still feel lonely or overwhelmed. So build yourself a mental health toolkit. Stay connected. Make an effort to call friends and family. Connect with the amazing van life community online, or use apps to meet fellow van lifers on your route. Routine is your friend. Even without a 9 to 5, a little routine helps. A morning walk or swim, a set time for making dinner. It all creates stability. And get out in nature. We're perfectly placed for this one. Even a short walk on a rainy day can completely reset your headspace. And know who to call. If you're struggling, there is support. Organisations like Mind and Samaritans have free confidential helplines. There are also fantastic apps like Headspace or Calming Anxiety for meditation and mindfulness, which can be a real huge help. Remember, it really is okay to not be okay. Acknowledging this is the first step to feeling better. And then practical tips and essential apps. All right, let's round this one off. The NHS app, that's a must-have. You can use this to access the NHS 111 service, find walk-in centres and get health advice. And really importantly, your ICE contact in case of emergencies. It's a contact in your phone that paramedics are trained to look for. Keep medical notes to hand if you have a first aid kit or if you need a Medi bracelet. They're really, really important, and take it from someone who'd been a paramedic for over 20 years. The location apps, as I say, you can't go wrong with what 3 words. It's brilliant for telling the emergency services your exact location. And as an aside, I used this once for someone that had gone out into the middle of nowhere on Exmoor to, sadly, try and end their lives. But they'd sent a what 3 words to a friend, and we found them and rescued them in time. So it really can save you. And plan ahead. If you rely on repeat prescriptions, speak to your own GP before you travel. They can often issue a batch to cover you for longer periods. So there you have it. Being sick on the road is a worry, but with a bit of preparation, it's a challenge that you can absolutely handle. If you're having the right kit, the right information, and the right mindset, you'll get through it. The freedom of UK van life is worth it 100%, and being prepared means you can enjoy it with peace of mind. I'd love to hear your own tips. What's in your van life medical kit? Have you ever had to use the NHS whilst on the road? Drop me a comment below. Let's help each other out. And if you found this guide useful, please go on, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Only Vans Guru for more weekly van life tips and tricks. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you out there on the road. And talking about that, I've secured my tickets to the Van Festival next month. I'll be talking more about it in next week's show, and I'll put links to it. I'm hoping to go up there, maybe run a meditation session or 2, and if you're wanting to quit a habit, I'll do free hypnotherapy in my van or yours whilst we're up there to anyone who's full-time on the road. And now let's get back to my swimming, what I've been up to over the last few days as I am slowly recovering from being bedridden basically for 2 weeks with my bad back. Morning world, Martin here. This one, van life, when your health goes tits up, when things go wrong. So I've been holed up for a while, not moving because of my back pain. So having a network of friends that can go and get your drugs is important, and having a pharmacy is important. But I started yesterday on naproxen and diazepam, and I'm down here by the river. So I'm still going to do my cold water therapy, and you can come and join me. And that's the view out the wet window this morning. So let's go and have some moist fun. Yeah, take it from there really, yeah. Okay, big boy brave pants time. Ooh. Da, 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 let's go and get wetter, even though it's fairly wet now. Let's go for a swim. Everyone will think I'm mad. Traffic's building. Oh, stairs could be problematic. But hang on. So I started on the naproxen and diazepam yesterday afternoon. Oh, that was bliss. And it's flaring up. As soon as I've been in and had some food, I'll take some more and then park up somewhere. I'll probably stay here. It's a nice park up. Tide should be coming in, but it looks like it's going out. I'm procrastinating, but doesn't it look lovely? Isn't that gorgeous this morning? Let's get on with it. Let's put stuff down and get for a swim. And the great thing about this is trying to find the flat bit and not fall. You get to watch the whole thing. Right. Oh, spaz me back. Oh. No, that's not it. Why? Because I know cold water really helps. I know people go later on I'm going to be using a hot water bottle. So once I get out, put the heating back on in the van, have a protein shake, the bone broth one, and then I will take my painkillers and relaxants and have a hot water bottle. But I haven't been anywhere this week, just so laid up. And look, that's nice. I bet they're nice and dry. Best bear that in mind so I don't get hit by a rower. Hello, rowing person. I'm procrastinating. Oh. Whoop. Right. Let's take glasses off and go for a swim. No, honestly, right? As I walked in, the air got caught in the trunks, honest, and it just puffed straight up my back. It was the air. Oh, it's raining lots. I found the edge of it. It's supposed to be a high tide in 10 minutes, but the tide is definitely going out. Getting a wet head. It's raining. Don't want to get wet. I have to do my hair. Okay. Right. So, I'm going to do about 5 minutes. Get that chill going. Excuse me, salty. Grow up. And then it's a day laid up in the van, and we'll discuss how you cope when you get this. Not health, it is a health setback or a medical setback. What do you do in a van? Luckily, I have friends that can go and get prescriptions, check in on me. But it is a worrying time when you can't mobilise and get the things done, but you need to, like MOT on the old car which I'm selling. Anyone want to buy a 2004 Chrysler Crossfire? That was much needed. Well, kind of. So the video I wanted to put out this week, I've not been able to do. I wasn't going to put one out, but I did think, let's show you what happens when it goes wrong. And this is it. Not getting much sleep because of the back pain. Don't know why I bothered with a towel. It's absolutely tipping it down at the moment. Oh well, into the van, diesel heater on, warm up, and I'll take it from there. I will do my bad joke at the end of the video, but let me go and sit down and explain what's happening because of chronic back pain. The last few days, over Sunday last week, I did one of those e-consults in the UK. Got a phone call Tuesday, got some pain relief. Was thinking that's not going to touch it. For those who are wondering, 500 milligram naproxens and some diazepam. Did the first dose yesterday, slept for the first time through all night without waking up due to the pain in my back every time I moved. This morning I've been off for a swim, and we'll cut to that in a minute, and now I've just been for a walk. I've taken one naproxen after a protein drink this morning. Just going to have some food, those eggs, and I will cook a steak up later and then take my next dose of naproxen. But how does this affect us? You know, as someone or anyone who travels around, the key for me is a really good social network. I also feel I could reach out on Vanlife forums on Facebook and on the YouTube community as I'm getting to know others. If you were really stuck and unwell somewhere, people would come. It's not to feel bad about asking. So I've had friends going, are you all right? Do you need anything? And shout out. Even my ex-wife, are you okay? How's the back? If you need anything, they'll drop it off. But I've had my meds picked up and delivered, my little happy pills, and that's it. So I'm feeling a lot more mobile. I'm going to be careful. That's all. Reach out if you become ill. I think it's going to be a worry. I've had one bout of horrendous D&V whilst in the van, and that's why I couldn't be in a van without a loo. I don't know how anyone would be able to do that. But there you go. Any questions about the services? The meds are sent to, I still keep my specific pharmacy in my local town, which is why I base myself around here and don't travel away all the time. I'm hoping to get Jenny MOT'd in the next couple of weeks, and then it's road trip time again. And then I'll do the update in a couple of weeks on where we are with PIP and Universal Credit. I've submitted the Universal Credit form, and there we go, back spasming. So that's all. It's just to say, things go wrong, have contingency plans. So no awesome drone footage, inserts drone footage now. No weird films. The film I was producing for this week may come next week. and I'm not even going to tell you about it. So Jack, don't bother waiting to the end. And some of you will be going, why does he always mention Jack? Jack, another shout out, three shout outs for Jack. Jack was one of my most awesome crewmates when we were paramedics. He's still in the game and is a big advocate and supporter. So everyone give Jack some love. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate it. Everyone else, there's a van life festival next month. Let's see if I can put the details down, and I'm hoping to be there to meet some other van lifers as long as the van's back on. Well, she's not off the road, but the MOT's next month, and she's an old bus, so you never know, do you? Oh, it'll be butterflies. So, welcome. This is my first bit of grub of the day. A couple of hard-boiled eggs. How beautifully easy peeled is that? And the secret is put hard-boiled eggs into cold water, bring to the boil for 6 minutes, take off the heat and let them cool down to a tepid temperature, and then put them straight away into iced water if you can. So put ice cubes in, cold water, dunk them in, and then they peel nice and easy. And let's see if we can prove that one wasn't a fluke. Here we go. Culinary tips with Mart. Bingo. Magic. I got a joke about that.